going, everybody? Rybread here today, and we are back with our Nashville Predators franchise mode. And first and foremost, we are shooting for 10 likes, so make sure to toe drag right around that dislike button and snipe the like button. Also, we are headed for 500 subscribers, closer than I ever thought I would be, so make sure to light the lamp and hit that subscribe button, boys, as we are on our way to 500 before NHL 18 comes out. So, if you guys remember, we missed out on the big fish in the last video. Because of my stupidity, I had too many players on the roster, and I couldn't sign John Tavares. Really sucks, but there are, I was going to look at some players to make some trades. But before we actually start going into this, I'm back at college, if you guys didn't already know that. And I was driving my housemate to class, and I saw some girl crossing the street. Now, it's raining outside. She was using her MacBook to keep her hair dry. I honestly just, you guys take that for what it will, but I thought that'd be a fun story for you guys right before the video starts here. But I will go ahead and simulate right past this preseason game here as I talk about the plan for this upcoming season. Now, I'm hoping we can go ahead and get back to the playoffs, obviously, because if we miss the playoffs, something's seriously wrong here. But I want to become a serious contender. I know we already are, but I just want to be that team that cannot be stopped. And I know during the regular season we are, but during the postseason, we just can't. Last season really opened my eyes to trading James Neal was maybe a bad idea because we just couldn't put pucks in the back of the net against the Winnipeg Jets in round number 1. And if you can't score goals, I don't care how good your defense and goaltender are, you're not going to win games. Putting pucks in the back of the net is crucial to any hockey team for winning a game, obviously, because that's how the game is played. So I'm going to go ahead and look around the league. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? As I say, we need trading James Neal was a bad idea. They want Reich, Chris Reich, who's a 74, 22-year-old bottom 6 forward. I drafted him in the second round of 2019 for James Neal, who's an 82 and declining rapidly. What kind of season did he have? Speaking of last season, he had 48 points and was a -3 last season, so not a bad season for him considering. I guess these are his preseason stats, but yeah. Not too bad, but sorry, Carolina, you can't fleece me like that. You're not gonna, no. Okay. So anyway, that was so dumb. I'm gonna go ahead and look for some trades. I don't know who I want to give up. I'm actually leaning towards Comtois just because I don't think he's left to grow, and I think he's got a lot of potential left. And maybe some of our older players, i.e. Craig Smith or Pajot down there on the bottom 6 for a solid, bona fide top line player who could probably put some pucks in the net, and I'd probably want to trade away our first round pick as well. But I don't know what I'm going to trade away yet. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what's out there, so I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so I couldn't find a trade. I spent about 20 minutes looking for one, and there was really nothing that really satisfied all the needs and anything that we had the assets to go ahead and give up. But as you can see, it wasn't the greatest start to the season as we're accustomed to. We're usually strong out of the gates, and we slow down in the month of December or whatever, and this month has not been the greatest for us. We are 5-4, not doing too hot. I mean, the entire Central Division is really close. We're tied for the 3rd spot in our division, only 2 points out of a playoff spot. But then again, October just ended, so why am I looking at the playoffs? I don't know. So let's go ahead and check out the stats and see how everyone is playing and who's doing the best. And it looks like Austin Matthews is off to a very hot start with 10 points in 9 games. Forsberg with 8 and 9, and Panarin with 7 and 9. I forgot to mention, boys, I changed Panarin to a playmaker just because he doesn't really have the shooting category you want for a first-line sniper like Forsberg does. But he does have the puck skills and senses that you would want for like a playmaker. So I turned him into a playmaker, hoping that he would, just feed Panarin or feed Forsberg, excuse me, and they would just wreck as far as goals scored. But Forsberg only has 2 goals scored, so that's awesome. Fiala has 6 points as a second liner, or 3 points. 3 assists. I mean, Panarin is listed as a second line forward now, so maybe I can move Fiala up to that first line, because he did just complain about his ice time. You guys missed that. Arvidsson, and then Palat, who's actually on the 3rd line, is doing better than Granlund. Pajot, Spacek, Goldobin, Smith, who I put on the 4th line just because he's really not going to be that great for us anymore, and then Maxime Comtois, who just, I guess, is not doing too hot this season. He's only got 1 goal in 9 games. As far as defensemen are concerned, we have PK Subban, who's doing really well to start off the season. Same thing with Yossi and Ellis. They all have 5. Actually, they're the only defensemen to register a point. Well, Matthias Ekholm has 12 penalty minutes. Awesome. So I don't know what to say about that. I really don't know what there is to say. The fact that only 3 of our defensemen have registered a point this season. We're already a month into the season. But Gibson already has himself a shutout, a .930 save percentage, and a .225 save percentage. So it looks like John Gibson might have to be the star of the show for us this season, boys. But I'm going to go ahead and get right up to January 1st like I usually do. And holy shit, the Coyotes are 9-0. Let's see if we can snap that, boys. I will catch you when New Year's hits. Alright guys, I am back. So the record looks a lot better for you guys, but I had to sit here and watch it. We had the most abysmal month of November that I have ever seen. We were absolutely atrocious. We lost to the Coyotes, so they continued their amazing form. They are 23-12-2. But we then went on a 4-game winning streak and then just kept on losing. We lost 4 in a row. We snapped it with a win against the Jets. Then we proceeded to lose 3 more in a row. And then we finally turned it back around in December. And we actually got our first 2 overtime losses in this month. And I think those are the points that we've been missing out on. All the closer losses against like Columbus here. These are the points that we need. These are the points that we need. I'm actually looking at us as not a playoff team right now. And maybe we need to make a splash as far as trades are concerned or something. But as we look at the standings, we are 2 points out of a divisional spot, 9 points out of the playoffs, so we might want to be fighting for only the 3rd spot in the Central Division. Now, I'm not 100% sure what I did wrong or what's different about the team. I think it could be the fact that we have some aging players like Craig Smith who just aren't playing the way that they used to be, and that we need to start investing in some younger players who are going to turn it on for us. But let's see, boys, as far as point distribution, it looks like Austin Matthews is still running away. I did give Fiala that first-line ice time. Arvidsson is up there as well, so he seems to be playing well. But Panarin, who's not actually having a very good season, I might want to move Fiala and Arvidsson up to that top line and move maybe Forsberg down to that second line. Maybe Fiala and Arvidsson have certainly earned it more than a guy like Forsberg. Even though he's a 90 overall, he's certainly not playing like it. He's not. I mean, the whole team was playing like garbage for a while, but he's playing like a second-line forward. And these 3 guys up here seem to be playing like a first-line forward. Austin Matthews has good chemistry with Victor Arvidsson, so maybe that's something I look into. Maybe I go ahead and throw Matthews and Arvidsson on the same line. And then Forsberg, Granlund, Panarin here, not too bad. Our Andre Palat, okay. I mean, we signed him in the offseason to give us a little bit more offense than he is giving us. But Craig Smith, he's a huge minus. He's getting better, though. His minus was worse, so that's pretty nice to see his minus go up a little bit. Spot check, I did scratch him in favor of Yakov Trenin, who seemed to have provided a little bit of a spark when he came up to, holy crap, his slap shot power. I never realized just how good it was, but oh my god. Anyway, let's go check out the defense. But I think, Ryan Ellis is actually the #1 defender. He's not playing with Shabbat. I think he's still playing with Ekholm, but I have to check that because they're both minuses, which is kind of confusing to me. But Subban and Yossi, our top pairing, isn't really getting it done. So maybe I should just really start shaking up the lines. And then we did have Gibson get hurt for a game, guys, but he's still, he's still playing amazing. 5 shutouts, .932 save percentage, and a .207 goal against average. I mean, he's half the reason that we're still in the playoff race, let alone, only 2 points out of it, let alone above 500. But man, oh man. Yeah, I might make some changes here, boys, but I will see you guys at the trade deadline here. I might stop a day or a few games beforehand, but we'll go ahead and check that out. But I'll see you guys at the trade deadline. All right, boys, so here we are, and it's been literally the most depressing thing I've watched in seasons. We are we're 7 points out of the playoffs. I guess not really 4 points out of a playoff spot. I don't know what the playoffs are looking like, but I don't think the playoffs are for us this season, guys. It's, as you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, how deflated I am about it. But yeah, we need 73 points. We need to leapfrog a couple teams. I'm just going to tank the rest of the season, which is really depressing to say because we went from Stanley Cup 2 years ago to being bounced in round 1 last year. I just don't know what happened to this team. I honestly don't know what the deal is, why we can't win games. The team really hasn't changed a whole lot comparatively year over year. So I really don't know what to say. I mean, I guess guys like Craig Smith and Palat and Pajot should all go, I guess, right? I mean, Palat is getting paid way too much money, in my opinion, for what he's doing for us. I mean, look at that. We'll go ahead and look at the stats here at the trade deadline. But I do kind of want to flip these guys for picks maybe, or younger prospects who've got some potential. But yeah, so let's go ahead and check out what we got going here as far as player stats. So it looks like Victor Arvidsson is leading the team in points with 43, and holy shit, we are the worst team I have ever seen. So the first line, Arvidsson, Matthews, Fiala, that's not even the first line. It's Arvidsson, or it's Matthews, Forsberg, Panarin, right? Good God, it's just such a terrible year for the entire team. I just got a bunch of boys that don't like playing together, I guess. I'm not even going to bother looking too much more into the stats. I'm going to go ahead and start making some trades, guys. Let's go ahead and head to the trade players window, and I'll see if I can flip both Craig Smith and Palat for a nice prospect, because Palat's got some decent trade value. I think I'm going to keep Pajot, but where is... oh, Craig Smith, there he is. He's still got some trade value, so it's not terrible. But we kind of want to go ahead and find ourselves a contender who's willing to give up a pick maybe, or a good prospect. Like, here's a guy keeping, I guess, a sniper. Jesus, pretty damn good already. I mean, he might be somebody. Arizona would have more than 50 players in their system. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take a lower level player back. Okay, Jake Gensel, who's upset, could become a fourth liner for us or something like that. So let's go ahead and get this elite prospect who's just signed his rookie deal. He's 20 years of age, 84. Let's go ahead and make that trade. And they aren't... okay, so the trade offer is not up to snuff. So let's go ahead and give them a little bit more of what they want. Well, let's... oh, you know what? I want to flip Stuart Percy as well. So let's give them the third like they want. And then they also want Stuart Percy. I'll flip... oh, I can't flip him. Never mind. Because there we go. So we'll trade a third, Palat and Smith. And okay, so they don't want that either. So give me a second, boys. I'm going to go find a trade so you guys don't sit through this. That would have been a nice player to get, but I really don't give a shit about the Nashville Predators anymore, because none of the players on the team want to play. So be right back, guys. All right, boys, so I might have found a trade that's going to work for us. It is going to be Palat, Smith, and a third for Calgary's first. Holloway, who's a prospect. He's a medium top six forward. And Blackman, who I'm just taking back because they would have too many players on their roster. But will it go through? And it's going to, so we'd have to call up... yeah, so we're good. You know what? I'm going to throw in a fourth just because I'm greedy like that. And I'm going to see if it goes through again because we saw it went through. And yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm taking it with the fourth. Awesome. So we just got rid of the salaries of both Craig Smith and Andre Palat. So we're going to have to call some players up. I know the morale is going to be down in the locker room, but I mean, we're going to go for a quicker rebuild because I don't really have time to mess around with trying not to lose. I'm trying not to lose too much and make the boys too upset in the locker room. So let's go ahead and hit best lines here. Oh, I hit reset to defaults. Best lines here. Let's get them in there. Blackman, Nico. What the? Oh my God. This bum here is playing over. Why is he playing over spot check? That's okay. You know what? That's literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Let me go ahead and fix that. We'll just do best lines down here in the AHL. Did I not go to roster moves? Okay, then I will go to roster moves right now. And we'll send those Sanheim and Blackman down. And then we'll keep not Stewart, what's his face? Spot check up. So there we go, boys. Here is the lines headed for the rest of the season here. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Maybe it could be good. Maybe it could be terrible. But you never know. Best lines down here in the minors. Where there's Curtis Ferraro, Stenlund, I'm going to flip him. We have no more to... where's what's his face? The guy that we just traded for. I forgot his name already. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. He's like a 79, right? Whatever, I'm sure he's playing if I forgot his name. Not him, no. Oh my God, is he... oh, he might be in the CHL. So maybe that's why I can't go ahead and bring him on the roster here for the minor leagues. Yeah, that's why. I'm sorry, guys. That was just really dumb of me. I'm just kind of mentally drained right now because this is so depressing to watch. But there we go. There are the ending of the season lines. I don't think there's anybody else I really want to get rid of. We now have 2 first-round picks, a second, and then a fourth, and then anybody else on a... I just want to check here, boys. Do we have anybody else on a seriously gross contract that they just aren't worth it? I mean, Yossi is worth it, and same thing with Subban Ellis. Ekholm, maybe it's time for him to go. I don't know if I necessarily want to give him away, though, because... I mean, he is only listed as a top 6 defenseman now, so he is dropping off. So let me go ahead and see if I can find a partner for him. I'm not going to trade him to Calgary. I'm going to trade him somewhere else. Dallas, I hate trading within division. Let's go with the Edmonton Oilers. And they're probably going to give away their draft picks. I'll get a second for him, hopefully, and they would have too many skaters in the organization. That's fine. Let's go ahead and take one of the players that's just an absolute scrub who has got no trade value and it just kind of gets flipped around. It's kind of sad to say because, you know, these players are, I call them bums, but they're not actually bums. Just a bit low for them, so we'll get a second-round pick and we'll flip Ekholm out. And then we'll go ahead here and give them a 7th from the Canucks this year. Why not? Because our 7th's going to probably be more valuable. Sweeten it just a touch, so let's go ahead and change that. Instead of that, let's give them a 5th round pick just because I just wanted to go through. And there we go, trade accepted, whatever. So I definitely think that this is going to be a smarter move for the long run. I know it may suck right now, boys, but trust me on this one. I think this is going to be better for the team. We'll get some top-end talent in the system here. Defensively, it leaves us with a tiny bit of a hole there as the 6th defenseman. But I mean, Kevin Fitzgerald here is not a bad 6th defenseman that we just flipped, scratched. And then in the minors, don't forget, boys, we still have Travis Sanheim and Stuart Percy. Who's DeFazio? Son of a stop it. Okay, Bill DeFazio is a 79 overall top 6 defenseman who's growing quite well, so he might actually become a top-end player for us, but who knows, boys. All right, so Stuart Percy's, again, another 7th defenseman that we could possibly go ahead and get. But there we go. Let's go ahead and simulate out for the rest of the season. Let's just keep you guys with me. We are going to try and tank. I know it's kind of depressing, but there's no reason to try and win the season because it's a lost season. We're not making the playoffs, although if this squad goes and makes the playoffs, I'm going to freak out. I really don't give a shit what you think, Maxime Comtois. You're the biggest bust. I wasted a 1st-round pick to trade for Maxime Comtois, and I have Antoine Morand, and it's just so sad. This season is just so deflating. I don't know what the hell happened, boys, but let's just go ahead. I don't even care. Let's go right to the end of the season, and I guess we're rooting for... Excuse me? Okay, so they want to give me rental Patrick Kane, who's no longer listed as an elite, only listed as a top 6 forward. He's going to get to free agency, probably. So even if he does, I might go after him then. But it's going to be weird to root for losing again, boys. So I've gone through the entire cycle with the Nashville Predators. I was a team on the edge of the cup. I won the cup, and now we got to start back down at the bottom of the hill. But hopefully I'll do the express rebuild, and we'll be able to... Jesus, there's 4 defensemen coming out of the National Swiss Ice Hockey League. Seriously? Anyway... oh, look, we beat the Chicago Blackhawks, and we beat the Anaheim Ducks. Oh, my God, I can't even tank right. What the hell happened this season? Okay, there we go. 5-2 loss. So anyway, boys, it's really sad to see that we have to tank, but I tried. I looked up things, and, oh, fucking hell. Best roster. I don't even care anymore. Antoine Morand got called up. Good for him. Yeah, you're nervous about your call-up because you're a bitch. But yeah, it's sucky that we just didn't have a good season. Nothing really seemed to work out for us this season. We didn't really get off on the right foot to start the season. I really think that put us behind the 8 ball as the season went on. We just had that 500 season, and, you know, it'll happen to you. I mean, I traded away a guy like James Neal for, I mean, a prospect defenseman, well, who was NHL ready. But you guys know what I mean. And I just don't understand what happened. The roster didn't change. The roster's been the the same over the couple seasons we've had it since we won the Stanley Cup and then got bounced last season. I don't know, maybe it's I'm missing out on veteran talent or my veteran talent that I've been banking on. Maybe Perron was the only thing that frickin' made this team go. I mean, I did let David Perron go and all of a sudden the team went to shit. So maybe he was the cog. Roman Josi injured his ribs. I don't think I have a defenseman up in the NHL, but will just win every game just because we feel like it. What the hell is happening right now? Does anybody want to explain what is going on? Okay, I'm gonna let the thing keep scouting. If we can beat Minnesota and St. Louis, we beat both of them. We are now 41, 32, and 6. Hold on, boys. Hold on to your horses. Who knows? We are in a wild card position, boys. 2 points in a wild card, 1 point out of the playoffs, and suddenly my entire mood has changed from pure depression to extreme excitement, and holy shit, we got 3 games, boys. Do not blow it. I don't know what the hell happened with the team, but something must have gotten this team playing on the right foot again. Can we beat the New Jersey Devils, who've only gotten 27? And we do. And there we go, boys. We have extended our lead. And are we in the playoffs yet? We got to simulate another day. It's coming down right to the wire. We got 2 tough Central opponents left. I believe it's the Dallas Stars and the Winnipeg Jets. The Winnipeg Jets are chasing us, but look at that, boys. We are in the 3rd divisional spot. Holy shit. We are 2 points in the playoffs. Only in the division by tiebreaker. Can we take out the Dallas Stars? And we beat them in a shootout. And there's another 2 points for the Nashville Predators. Oh my God, we are still not clinched though. The St. Louis Blues can still knock us out of the playoffs. And it comes down to this final game of the season against the Winnipeg Jets. The team that knocked us out of the playoffs last season may not even make the playoffs this season, but has a chance to play spoiler to the Nashville Predators, ruin their playoff streak. Will Winnipeg knock us out of the playoffs? What's it going to be? And we lost, but we qualified for the playoffs. They tried to play spoiler, but it's not going to work as we locked up a divisional spot, boys. You saw how far out of it we were. Then all of a sudden, we just took off at the end of the regular season, and oh my God, we have clinched ourselves a playoff spot. I decimated the roster. I got rid of veterans. What? Oh my God, the month of March. So we lost. We won twice. We lost. Then we won 4 in a row. We lost once. Then we won. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12 game winning streak, boys, to end the season, only snapped by 1 loss against the Winnipeg Jets, but damn. And the team seems to be clicking on all cylinders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's only a 9 game winning streak. I counted these 3 twice, but it's a 9 game winning streak to close out the season. And hot damn, the month of March, we are in the playoffs, taking on the Colorado Avalanche in round number 1. Oh my God, it's not another offseason video, boys. It's the freaking playoffs. What a team. What a time to be alive. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Oh my God, and this is the squad that got us through the end of the season. So, okay, and did Evan Stewart Oh, wait. This is playoff points. So now it's time to do a season recap, because I was about to mope through this and do a season recap in the next video because we'd have a whole bunch of time in the next video because it's not... Oh my God, we made the playoffs and our number 1 scorer had 58 points? Are you serious right now? Oh my God, and Arvidsson and Fiala had 54 points and 52 and 51, and Forsberg... Panarin had 47. Subban and Ellis both had 46 and 47. Granlund. Roman Josi had 24. Is there anybody that had a really good season? Moran? Not really. Travis Sanheim registered a point. Kevin Fitzgerald registered 2 points for us. Not bad, or maybe not for us. Cody McKenna didn't do too bad. Evan Stewart, the young kid, we called him up for basically half a season. He got 11 points. Oh my God, defenseman, and yeah, what the hell happened? It had to be John Gibson. 8 shutouts, a .925 save percentage, and a .225 goal against average, boys. I gotta check out the entire league, because sure as hell none of our skaters are winning any trophies, but God, if Gibson could single-handedly carry us to the play. Holy shit. Dallas again had another fantastic season with their playmakers. Steven Stamkos, Jonathan Drouin had a couple good seasons. Patty Kane had a good season. Mark Stone, Goudreau. I guess I should have taken that Patrick Kane deal then, boys, shouldn't I have? I didn't expect to be a playoff contender, but damn. Now looking back at it, holy shit, Erik Karlsson, 77 points. He's up there with Nicholas Karlsson. Okay, then, from the Boston Bruins in 2019, taken in round 8. All right. As far as the Maurice Rocket-Richard, it will go to Steven Stamkos. The least penalty minutes of a qualifying player, probably the Ted Lindsay. Or that's not the Ted Lindsay, excuse me. It's the Lady Bing. It's okay. No, it's way too much work to find that out. But let's go ahead and go to goalies and see. Well, not rookie goalies, but it's taking forever to load. We'll see who is going to be taking home the Vezina Trophy, boys. And we'll sort by save percentage. I'm really fumbling over the controller because I'm freaking out right now. But it is, holy shit, Walter Morrison. And we got to go up against him in round number 1 of the playoffs, boys. He had a 208 save percentage. I'm actually going to give it to Frederik Andersen. He may have played 5 less games, but he had a 203 goal against average and a 931 save percentage. So those are fantastic stats. And whoever Marco Numanen is a great backup goaltender at a 76 overall. Already then, I have no clue what to say. But there we go, boys. That is the end of this season. Gibson's another top 5 goalie. I just caught that. Man, every season he plays like a top 5 player. But okay, boys, we now have to make some adjustments before we get into round number 1 against the Colorado Avalanche. So let me show you the boys the lines one more time. And oh my god, okay. So you guys let me know what I should do. Here's the AHL. If there's anybody you think I should be calling up here, I'll show you the defense. There is the defense, boys, and that is the AHL defense. If there's anybody I should be calling up, let me know. I'm going to just flip that around because I feel like it. And there we go, boys. That's the end of this one. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will, believe it or not, see you in the playoffs in the next one.